After the sedimentation process is carried out, the total sediment is settled down at the bottom of the tank. You can observe here the dark portion which we can see at the bottom of this tank is the sediment. And now by opening this valve, we are sending the water from sedimentation tank to this coagulation and flocculation tank, and the water is coming from that pipe, you can see there. And now after sending the water into the coagulation tank, we'll be adding a coagulant, aluminum potassium sulfate. Now let that water undisturbed for a while. We are adding chlorine here. This is the liquid chlorine we have taken as a disinfectant for the chlorination process. In this process, by adding this chlorine, we can kill the infectants which are present in it, like bacteria, harmful bacteria which causes diseases. After the process of coagulation and flocculation, this chlorination process takes place. After some time, after letting it for some time, we have to open this valve for further processing. This is we have another pipe. By opening this, we are sending the water for the domestic purposes. And by closing this valve, the water is restricted for further flow, and this water is sent into this activated charcoal. Generally we take 0.5 ml of chlorine for 1 liter of water. If the water has high ppms and high disinfectants, when we measure the alkalinity. And next we are adding an amount of activated charcoal to this water. Okay. If the water is having high amount of hardness, we have to add sodium carbonate or soda ash for this water to reduce the hardness of the water. A little amount of 1 gram of 1 to 2 grams of sodium carbonate is added to this water to reduce the hardness of the water, which can impact the utensils and the soap consumption. To reduce that wear and wear of the utensils, we are using this sodium carbonate anhydrous for the reduction of ppm. For water softening, we are adding lime. It softens the water in the process of purification. After sending domestic water through this pipeline, after sending the water for domestic purposes, we have to purify the water in further stages for drinking purpose. For that purpose, we are sending this water into activated charcoal, as we have added the activated carbon in powder form, powdered activated carbon. The function of that activated powder carbon is it absorbs the chemicals or organic compounds, microorganisms in it, and it also absorbs the poisonous gases which are present in this water, which cannot be sedimented, which cannot be removed by the flocculation and coagulation process. By letting this water undisturbed for some time, we have another pipeline. We have this valve. By opening this valve, we can send the water to storage tank. We are adding this calcium fluoride in a very little amount, that is 1 ppm of calcium fluoride is added to this drinking water. After all the process of purification have completed, we are adding this calcium fluoride to this purified water which are used for drinking. By adding this calcium fluoride to the water, it reduces the decay of teeth when we drink the water. After letting this water undisturbed for 1 to 2 hours, we can use this water which are stored in this storage tank. After all the purification process have completed, we can use this water for drinking. By testing this water's ppm levels and hardness of the water and pH level of this water, we, according to our measurement, we have according to our calculations, we have found that the ppm of this water after all the process have been completed is about 45 ppm of ppm is measured in this, and the pH value of this is 6.5, and then we can use this water for drinking. Good. This is the pipeline where the wastewater enters into this layer. We can see that these are the 3 stages of screening process. In which the vegetable wastage at the first stage of screening, we can see the vegetable wastages and the papers and this polythene covers are sedimented and the leaves. Solid wastages are sedimented. At the second stage of this screening, you can observe the particles of smaller sizes are stopped by this mesh. When the water passes this stage, we can see the very tiny particles are restricted to move to the below sides, and this is the part which collects this water, and through this pipe we have to open this valve now. This water enters into this tank where the water is sent, and after the completion of this primary and secondary screening, the solid wastage which are present in that sewage water are removed by those different levels of screening and this meshes, and the water is sent into the sedimentation tank by opening this valve. In this sedimentation tank, if any tiny dust particles are present in this sewage water, after the processing of screening is completed, that tiny particles are sedimented at the bottom of this tank, and by opening the valve, we can send this water after the sedimentation process to this aeration tank. After the completion of that sedimentation process, the water This is the aeration tank to which we send the water after the process of sedimentation. In this aeration tank we have to maintain the BOD levels of water, so that the amount of oxygen is sufficient in this water for the reuse of this water. For that purpose the water must be exposed to atmosphere, so that it absorbs the oxygen and it maintains the BOD level. For this process, for this aeration process, we are using a motor of capacity 1/70 horsepower, and it is having an RPM of 1340 RPM, and this is used to disturb the water so that the water gets effectively exposed to atmosphere, so that it absorbs oxygen. And now we can see the working of this as follows. In this way the water is disturbed by this tank, so that the water is exposed to atmosphere and the BOD levels of the water are increased. We are adding H2O2, hydrogen peroxide, for this water. By adding this H2O2, it removes the odor or bad smells which are present in this sewage water, and it is by using this H2O2 the bad smells are removed, and then it is sent into the further levels of the water recycling.
Start చేసినాను.
For reducing the hardness of this sewage water, we are adding sodium carbonate. Actually, in this sewage water the ppms are very high. It is around 580 to 600. So by adding this sodium carbonate, the ppm or hardness of the water is reduced to a very convenient. After adding H2O2 and sodium carbonate, after the aeration process has completed, the color of the water changes to this. You can observe in the previous process here the color of the water looks like this, and here the color of the water is changed. For this we are adding chlorine as the primary chlorination process. Here the bacteria and viruses which causes harmful diseases are killed, and this water is sent into the storage tank, and through these pipelines we are, by opening this valve, we are sending this water to source, from where we can use the water for domestic purposes, and further water filtration is carried out by using this water.